So 5.6 production planning. So the local and global supply chain process. Supply chain is a sequence of activities from production of goods or a service to be delivered to end customers. Just from production to deliver. What is SCM? SCM is the supply chain management. It's the art of managing and controlling these logics, which must be efficient and cost-effective for our business to be profitable. And so, for example, stock control, about planning, implementing, and monitoring the movement of raw material components, work in progress, and finished goods. Quality controls, ensuring all means the standard so that the enterprise is safe and meets customer expectation. Transportation network, ensuring efficient delivery of goods and consumers, taking account of speed, reliability, and cost. And supplier networks, developing strong relationship with suppliers willing to work collaboratively to improve quality. So what are the advantages? It's prevent mistakes that occur in the long supply chain. It's manage stock effectively to ensure no delay and back liquidity finance. It's also effective too for lean production. Disadvantage, there's time differences and long time language. Cultural differences for global supply chain partners can delay the logistics of getting goods to consumers. And there's great reliance means a single problem in the supply chain can cause major disruption. And GIT, like we've been mentioned, GIT stocks being delivered to our business as and when they are needed. So let me take a break, sorry. So GIT is stock being delivered to a business as and when they are needed. And the advantage is no stock, less cost of welfare and employees, improve cash flow, motivates employees by team working, strengthen relationship with suppliers. The disadvantages require supplying to be close to business. You need to ensure everything follows and less room for errors. The stocks must be good quality, otherwise you need to wait to do nothing until the new materials arrive. There's lack of purchasing economic skill, relies on sophisticated computer technology. But what is just in case? Just in case. Just in case is a traditional stock control method to ensure that there is always more than enough stock to meet production requirements. The advantage will be low risk, prepare for unexpected rise in demand, economies of scale, no need to wait for delivery of stocks. These damages might be the high cost, so some stock may be wasteful, stock can be damaged or theft, detrimental to cash flow. And yeah. And stock is the raw material work in progress goods and finished goods. Yeah, just basically you can compare and contrast the GIC and GIT. Their advantage and disadvantage will be the opposites of each other. So it's really easy to memorize with this one. And moving on to managing stock. So stockpiling means too much stock. So there's a storage cost, fire, theft might deteriorate. and they cannot really turn into cash, and the stock may be obsolete if demand for goods and changes and changing fashion and taste. So there's very severe liquidity problems. And stock out is the opposite. It means no stock, like GIT. This eventually will be lost sales and potentially customers lost rivals, halted production, damaged corporate image, higher costs due to fixed costs you still need to pay. And here, as you can see, is a stock control chart. It graphically illustrates a simplistic system of stock control. So the reorder time is the blue line here. It means when the business will reorder its raw materials from the suppliers. And however, just minimum stock level and lead time, because you have to wait until the raw material is being delivered to you, and that's gap between waiting is called the lead time. And the green line is the maximum stock level, self-explanatory. That's about it. And moving on to capacity utilization rate. It means actual output divided by the productive capacity times by 100 to get a percentage. It measures a firm's output level as a percentage of its potential output, so measures efficiency. It's important as high capacity utilization can spread out fixed costs across high number of units produced. The low profit margins need to be sold in large quantities to make money due to low profit each unit. And high levels of break-even to reach break-even faster and earning profit early. And there's low marginal cost, so cost of an extra unit is low, so high capacity is important for high profitability. Some of the drawbacks may be there's minimal time for maintenance repair, and there's stress on workforce brings down the quality. And the growth is limited by the maximum capacity. And as for defect rate is when the quality of particular product is unacceptable. It is where the defect units divided by the number of units tested. This is what we call sampling, and or the defective units divided by total output, which is the one of the factor in total quality management. And for productivity, it's the total output divided by the total inputs. The labor productivity is measured by total output divided by the number of workers, whereas capital productivity is measured by total output with the number of capital hours. And capital hours is the hours running by the capital. Just remember that. So what makes the productivity rates to increase? First of all, technology. Increasing new technology and capital can increase productivity, as it can lead to a greater increase in total output. Rivalry may also lead to increase productivity because, well, maybe you're motivated And you just have the objective to complete and to make sure that the quality and or the consumer is not being deprived by the competitors. And innovation is just a new idea or product that can change the way people work. Entrepreneurship is the effective leaderships in management and 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 yeah. So moving on to operating leverages. Operating leverages is the relationship between fixed cost and variable cost. High fixed cost has high operating leverage, and salary is fixed cost, wages variable. Just remember, yeah. So wages like to pay to factory workers, and salary is paid to just like normal employees. This is measured by this formula here. Price minus variable cost per unit times the quantity divided by the price minus variable cost per unit times quantity minus the fixed cost. In other words, it's the total contribution divided by the profit. And yeah. Or if you are studying IGCSE, you may know it's like the gross profit and it's just like the two. It's so just remember that the one at the bottom has the fixed cost deducted. Just remember that. And so make or buy. It's about manufacturing a product or purchasing from an external supplier, what we call outsource. So C2B is cost to buy, it's measured by price times quantity. And CTM is cost to make, it's variable cost times quantity plus a fixed cost. Some of the qualitative factors, and I mean quantitative factors, so just like are they cheap or expensive to make? Yeah. And what we consider more about is the qualitative factors. It's like whether you have spare capacity to make the product by yourself or not. The size of capital expenditure also matters. If you're a small business, then maybe you should consider to outsource it. And the significance of this product to a firm also matters. The patent from other business, mobility of factors of production, exchange rate, and good